welcome back to my channel. If you have been following along, you might already know that I have been making lots of gradual changes in order to live a more sustainable life. Previously I shared with you 5 swaps which I have made to reduce my household waste, and today I have 7 more to show you. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is not a completely zero waste option, but it is plastic free. And that is this deodorant by Earth Conscious. I've been using this for a while now. It lasts pretty well. The scent that I have here is lemon and rosemary. The deodorant comes in a push-up format, and the actual deodorant itself is sort of like a bit like a balm, I would describe it as. Mine looks pretty battered because I've been carrying it around and using it. On that point, I will say it's lasted quite a while actually. I would say maybe lasted longer than a normal deodorant. So it says natural deodorant, no nasties, made in the Isle of Wight. It also says that the product is certified organic, they are against animal testing, and 10 pence of the sale goes towards marine conservation. I am starting to come towards the end of this product and I will certainly be repurchasing. The next thing that I'm going to show you, you might think if you've watched the other video that I have shown you this before, but I have not. In my other video I showed you a shampoo from Minimal in a bottle which was exactly the same as this. However, today I'm actually speaking about their washing up liquid. I have tried some other brands of refillable washing up liquid that I wasn't so keen on. Minimal is the best one that I have found so far. Now, a bit like the shampoo, washing up liquid is something that I'm using continuously and going through at quite a rapid rate. So having a refillable option has really made an impact on my household waste. And of course you can refill plastic bottles, but personally I just prefer to avoid plastic where I can altogether. And personally I just much prefer the look of having a glass bottle on the side than having a plastic one anyway. As you will see from this video, I've become quite a fan of Minimal products. I have actually liked every single thing that I've tried so far, so I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I just have found that I really like their products, I really enjoy using them, and I conveniently have a refill station in my town. The next items I have found are at the moment in continual use in my kitchen. As lots of you know, I like to batch cook and I like to make things in advance and store them in the freezer. So these silicone reusable bags have become a godsend. Meals, sauces, baked goods, everything gets pre-made and stuck in the freezer. The pack which I bought came with 2 different sizes, a sort of a flatter, squarer option and a smaller one with a bit more shape to it. These are great for reducing your food waste, transporting food from one place to another, or like I said, I primarily use them for storing and freezing. So they can completely replace sandwich bags because they are airtight. This, like some other options, might seem more of an expensive option at first, because the pack that I bought I think came with 8 bags or so and it was about £10, which of course in the short term is a lot more expensive than sandwich bags that might be about £1. But in the long run, of course, I'm not going to be repurchasing more of these. I'm just going to keep using the same ones. Whereas, of course, with something like a sandwich bag, you would be continually repurchasing, which wouldn't take a very long time to add up and cost more than this pack did. The next item is another one from Minimal. This time I have the Minimal toilet cleaner. Not a very glamorous thing to talk about, but again, it's one of those things that gets used up quite quickly, is in use on a regular basis, and quite frankly could add up to quite a lot of waste. So this is a plastic container. However, with Minimal I can take this container back and refill it at my local station, which is excellent. Not only that, this one is paraben free and sulfate free, and the scent is spearmint and peppermint, which I find nice because previously I just couldn't stand the smell of the average bog standard toilet cleaner. I just found it was just a bit too much for my senses really. So a gentler scent suits me a lot better. As I mentioned earlier, Minimal is a UK based brand. They are 100% vegan and they are cruelty free. Another thing which I have noticed on the Minimal pack is that they have a barcode on the side, and apparently this barcode will help you find your nearest stock list or refill station. So the way it works, you scan that code and it will tell you where you are able to refill your Minimal products, which I think is amazing. As I said, not a very glamorous thing to talk about, so I will keep that one very short. The next one is another brand which I spoke about in my previous video, which is obviously a good sign because I've gone back to them to try more products. But this one is a Reed Diffuser refill. So initially I bought the Diffuser pack with the glass bottle and the scent sticks, and it also came with the scent, the liquid that goes inside. So the principle of this is that you keep the jar, the container, and you keep the sticks, and then you refill the liquid that goes inside. Again, this is a glass bottle. Not important to everyone, as I mentioned, but it is a bit more aesthetically pleasing in this nice brown bottle. I also find that tailor-made refills, one thing they do really well is the scents of their products. So I spoke about the fabric softener before, which I absolutely love the smell of, and it just radiates through the house. The Reed Diffuser is no different. The scent of this one is Citrus Lift, which again is just, it's lovely. I am somebody who is extremely sensitive to smells. Certain scents can just make me feel very sick and nauseous, so I'm very conscious about what products I bring into my home, because of course I don't want any smells lingering. I don't want to spray anything or use anything around the house that's going to make me feel sick. So I find that tailor-made refills is really good for that. They get their scent spot on. So it says here that the product is vegan friendly, cruelty free and soy based. It is also made in Aberdeenshire, so a lot more local for me than some of the other products, which is great because it is, again, reducing the mileage of my products. It also says that this is made with pure high-grade essential oils. So also with this, as with my consideration with other products, is that I don't want anything that is going to be harmful to my health, and I also don't want anything that's heavily chemically enhanced, if that makes sense. I want to use products that are as natural as possible. So the tones in this Citrus Lift scent are bergamot, grapefruit and rosemary, which I think is just, again, like I said, that combination, it really is spot on. I'll try and insert a picture of the Reed Diffuser packet so you can see what you get in the first initial purchase. But of course, you don't have to buy the diffuser packet. You could use this if you already have a diffuser at home. You could still use this refill, which in turn would be a lot cheaper. For the 6th product, we are back with Minimal. Like I said, no affiliation, just have found I really like their products. For this one, I have, again, a very similar looking glass bottle. This one a little bit smaller, but this one is actually their body lotion, which has a vanilla scent, which I really like. Again, not an overpowering scent, not a sickly vanilla scent. I've also found that with this body lotion, a little goes a long way. So as well as it being refillable, you also find that after the first initial purchase of the bottle and the product, the refill is actually cheaper in cost. But not only that, I found this product actually lasts a long time. Like I said, a little goes a long way. So just a small amount in your hand can cover a large space. I don't have particularly sensitive skin, but my skin is usually more on the drier side. So for me, it has to be a good lotion for it to be effective and to moisturize properly. And I find that this one does the job. I was keen to try out the lotion because I regularly use the shampoo, and I found, again, with that product, a little goes a long way. But not only that, I do suffer with a sensitive scalp, and since I've been using the shampoo, I've had no problems at all. So I had quite high hopes for the lotion, and I definitely wasn't disappointed. Last but not least is probably my most recent swap, and that is reusable makeup pads. These ones that I have are from a brand called Tabitha Eve. Tabitha Eve is another UK-based brand. This one is actually made in Wales. So I have two types to show you. I have these ones which are makeup pads, reusable makeup round pads. The product is made from organic cotton and bamboo. This pack comes with 5 pads, and I also bought a larger option which are travel cotton and bamboo wipes. Again, this one being larger comes in a pack of 3. A bit like the silicone bags, these are something that might appear to be quite expensive initially. They are more expensive than it would be to buy a pack of makeup wipes. But as with the point that I made with the bags, you're going to keep reusing these. These can just go in your washing machine and go on with your regular washing load, and then they'll be ready to reuse again. Whereas, of course, with normal makeup pads, you will be using them, throwing away, and then eventually having to repurchase again, which in the long run is going to add up to more than these pads would cost. So it does say on here you've got the smooth side, which is the cotton, which is great for taking off your makeup, for cleansing, that kind of thing. And then you've got the opposite side, which is the bamboo, which is better for exfoliating and that kind of thing. So they really are multi-use pads. I personally have bought the 2 different types because I would like to use them on rotation. So while some are in the wash, then I can be using the other ones. I'm showing you my newer ones which I haven't yet used, but I do have some that have already been in the wash and I've reused them again, and I can confirm that they wash very well and they are great at taking off, particularly my makeup. They didn't stain from makeup removal or anything like that. they came out as good as new, so I can vouch for that fact. Another thing that I was a little bit, not concerned, concern's a strong word, but I was curious about is whether they would, as when you use a normal cotton pad and you cleanse, you can see the dirt that comes out of your skin, which is oddly satisfying, I suppose, because you can see that it's actually working and that it's actually taking something out. And I was wondering whether it would actually be as visible on these pads as it is with the other ones, because of course the other ones are thinner. Just wondered whether that would work in the same way. And again, yes, you can. You still see what comes out of your skin. You can still see the effects, which again gives me a little bit of confidence that these pads are working in the same way as a normal disposable cotton pad would, if that makes any sense at all. It was just a thought that entered my mind upon purchasing these that somebody else might be thinking about as well. So those are all the products that I have to show you today. If you do live in the surrounding area, if you live in Angus, then all of these products, bar the silicone bags, can be purchased at a longer table in Kirriemuir. Again, in no way affiliated or sponsored by them at all. It's just a business that I visit on a weekly basis actually. It's probably the place that I do majority of my shopping actually, because I can get my fresh produce there, I can get my household products, I can now even get some sort of beauty and self-care products there as well. So it's just a great all-round place. I also feel like they deserve a mention because unlike some zero waste shops that I've been to, they are not extortionately expensive for one. They have the aim of continually trying to drive down their prices in order to make a zero waste lifestyle more accessible. So as I said, with a few of these products, you buy the item initially in the container, and then when you take the container back, it's actually cheaper. The refill's cheaper because you're not rebuying the packaging. So that's one thing, not to mention the fact that you can go back every now and then and you'll find that the items that you usually buy have gone down in price. So they also have a stamp reward system in place, so you get your rewards card, you spend over a certain amount, you get a stamp, and after I believe it's 10 purchases over that amount, you get £10 off your shop. But that is all from me in this video. If you have any swaps that you would like to suggest, please do leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking for new things to change and improvements to make. Equally, if you've tried any of these products yourself and you would like to give an opinion to other viewers, then please do, again, leave that in the comments below because I think that would be really helpful. If you like this kind of content, then please do like and subscribe so I know what kind of videos you like to see. But also, if you subscribe, you'll be notified when a new video goes live.